Good afternoon. I'm outstanding in my field. Good, welcome to Rick Dancer, Live with Rick Dancer. We are on the farm today, and that noise behind me beeping means that a farm is working. And I am near Irish Bend. See that little, wait a second, I'll show you. See that little yellow building right there? That's the Irish Bend Grade School. And it's closed down now, but the people who own this farm, it was your kids. Their sons actually went to Irish Bend Elementary when it was open. We're here with Women for Oregon Agriculture. These are women in Oregon. I know, I'm giving you the basics here, right? And they want to get the message out about farmers and what they do in our community. So here is one of the farmer's owner, the farmer's daughter.
The farmer's daughter.
Look at our shot.
Right.
Look at, we kind of look kind of sexy, don't we?
Yeah, I've been practicing.
Kind of on the farm. This is Emily.
Hi.
And Emily, what's your last name?
Woodcock.
So you run the farm.
That is my job title.
So what do you guys raise out here?
Quite a diversity portfolio. Our main crop is grass seed, and we have like tall fescue, and then we do pumpkin seeds, like the little edible ones you can buy in the convenience store.
You guys do those?
Yeah, they're delicious.
What do you do with the pumpkin on the outside?
It just kind of gets mushed up and spread out in the field.
Mushed up is a technical term. It becomes fertilizer is what you're trying to tell me, right?
Yes.
Okay, hang on just a... Hi, Ron Sturry. How are you? I got to do that so people don't come on here. Welcome back to Monroe. Bobby, thank you. It's good to be here in Monroe. Finally made the live story. Daniel, yeah, there you go, buddy. So we are here because Women for Oregon Agriculture is a group. We just recently produced some videos for them to talk about the farm, to talk about the importance of farm. Because one of the things you know as a farmer is there are a lot of misconceptions about farm life and what you do out here. You guys are conservation. You're people protecting the land.
Yeah. And I think that's our goal in life, is so that my kids' can still farm this land. And I think that's sometimes missed in the public eye of how important that this land is to us, and we want to take care of it, and we want it to be producing the same kind of crops in the years in the future. So I think sometimes the public thinks, oh, they're just out there doing this and that. This is like for any of the rest of us. This is my camera out here. I'm going to take care of this with everything I have because it is my life. Yes, exactly.
And the thing that I think a lot of us also forget, and you'll see this in the videos we produce for them, is that the food, you don't get food without a farm. So is this an organic farm?
No, we're a conventional farm.
And there are organic farms, there are conventional farms, but
yeah.
You got to have both because there's a lot of food that needs to be produced.
Yes.
And so with grass, why is that important to Oregon? Grass seed, people would say, well, grass seed, I mean, that's not really an agriculture cut, but it is.
It is actually important because the grass seed that we produce here, I mean, it gets shipped internationally, and it's important because it's good to have green spaces out there. You know, it kind of warms or cools down the temperature of the earth, with instead of just having concrete pavement, it's good to have nice green lush grass.
And it's a huge industry for Oregon.
Yeah. I mean, this part of the valley is like the capital of grass seed.
So I'm going to go talk to, that's your mom, right?
That is my mom. She's pretty awesome.
Come here, Debbie. Thanks, Emily.
Yeah.
Don't go away too far. So Emily, I'm going to do this because I want to show the rest of the farm. So,
okay.
So how long have you guys have how many acres out here?
Well, our family farm farms about 4,000 acres.
4,000 acres. And you guys have 150 of your own.
Well, no, it's just where our homestead is, where the shop is.
Just a mere 150 acres, where the rest of us live on a postage stamp. Of course, I do have an acre. So you're involved. Debbie is one of the mucky mucks with Oregon Women for Agriculture. So what do you guys do so people kind of know what is your mission out there?
Well, our goal is to educate, promote, and unite people that have the same interest in agriculture. So we want to make it so the general public understands who the farmers are, and if they have questions, we have the resources for them to come and answer those questions.
Why is that important that people understand farming better? Because over the last year, farmers in Oregon have gotten kind of a bad rap.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's important that they understand that we are responsible, and that any type of issues that have been in the past, it's something we've learned from and we grow from, and we are
it's a changing industry.
It is.
So like the timber industry, farming has had to change as we've learned things about
exactly.
taking care of the environment, about taking care of our stuff, you know, that we understand stuff like that.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know, and I don't know if we can answer this, what's the difference between an organic and a conventional farm?
Organic is probably more the products that they use. They use more natural-based products on their farms. So, you know, and conventional products, some of it could be more of a produced product. So, you know, they all have to go through safety standards.
Right.
So that, you know, we are putting on products that we know are safe, and that whatever crops we grow are the end results are going to be good for us, because we'll eat our own products, and consumers also.
All right, let's go over here. Come here, Debbie. Let's go in the barn. Come on. We're on the farm. Come on, ladies. We can walk on the barn. We can walk on the farm.
Okay.
So you guys go into classrooms as well, don't you?
Yeah, well, we work with Ag in the Classroom, so we will do part of their Ag Literacy project. So Jessica Jansen here, she is the director.
Keep walking. Keep walking. We're going to walk and talk. It's way more fun. It kind of feels more like, you know. So you guys, we actually have a video we produce with you guys.
Yes.
You go into the classrooms to teach kids, because a lot of our children don't even know where stuff comes from.
Absolutely. I mean, most students today are at least 2 generations removed from this, so they're not seeing this every day like what Emily has grown up with. And yeah, we help the students connect with that.
So if you guys have kids in a school, a local school, or you are a teacher in a school, they provide everything for you, and there's no cost to them.
No, everything we do is free, and the Literacy Project, which is what a lot of Oregon Women for Agriculture members are a part of, is starting now. So it's you can sign up on our website, OregonAITC.org, and a lot of the Oregon Women for Ag members will be the ones that we send out to classrooms.
So they come into your classroom. We have a video. I'm going to hook all the videos to this when I get back to my office, but we have a video where they're at Mount Vernon Elementary, and the kids, they loved it.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I mean,
and they ask the most intriguing questions, and
that
so
class
fun.
actually was a smart little class.
They really knew their stuff.
Because you guys, there's kids who don't know that chocolate milk doesn't come from a brown cow.
7% of adult Americans don't know that.
So, God, we're all laughing.
It's sad. It's sad.
So
yeah,
why is that
cry.
scary?
It's just really, it's that disconnect between agriculture and the folks that are consumers.
And if you don't know those kind of things, it can be a huge problem.
Absolutely. I mean, things like that, things that they think a brown cow makes chocolate milk.
They think eggs come in a carton.
Right.
It comes out of a chicken's
Right.
behind.
Grocery store is where we
Or
get all our
something
food.
down there.
That's where.
Hey, I raise goats and pigs, so I kind of know some of this stuff. And I take care of my neighbor's chickens when she's gone. So, but I kind of
Keeping
push.
things alive.
Get off that thing and give me those damn eggs. You know, I'm not very nice. Let's go look at the big equipment.
It's awesome.
You guys, check this out.
The guys all left the shop.
They all left. So you guys, all the guys left, but who cares? We're with the Women for Oregon Agriculture. I want the connection to say, look at that. Oh my God, what is it?
It's a spray buggy.
This is a spray buggy. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Okay, so seriously, look at these tires. I'm sorry, I'm such a guy.
Yeah.
But I want to come through the spray buggy. Look at that, you guys. So how much, I mean, just give me like an idea. How much, this is where people don't understand, how much does that cost? Do you know? Emily, do you know?
I think it's like $250,000.
$250,000.
It's a conservative number.
So that's what, I mean, so farming, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a big investment.
how many of those you have?
Just the one.
And then, but all the other stuff you guys have to do, and you're dependent on Mother Nature. Like,
Yes.
I know chickens poop egg. We all know that. Daniel, wow, you're a bright guy. We don't have to send Oregon Women for Agriculture to your school. You're doing really well. Why else is it important? The difference between organic and conventional is they use chemicals added to the growth.
Oh no.
Explain.
Oh, well, I can only really speak for conventional, because that's what we do. We're not certified organic, so I'm not educated in that. But we're very conservative with our chemical applications. It's very meticulous. It's extremely dependent on the weather. And if it's windy that day, we can't spray. And another part of it that I want people to be educated on is that chemicals are really expensive. So we don't just spray and bathe our crops in chemicals to, you know, harm people. It's
actually to protect the stuff that you're creating so that people don't get injured.
Yeah, it's just like people taking vitamins to make yourself better. We're adding soil amendments to make the soil healthier so it can produce a better crop.
That's got to be hard in this industry anymore, because anytime anybody mentions any kind of chemical, there's such a reaction for people.
And it is, and it's really disappointing when people think that.
Because you couldn't grow the amount of food that you do without that.
No, it's not possible to feed the world, and that's what we're doing. And agriculture is feeding the world, not just our family, but everyone else.
So there's a place for both.
Yes, exactly. And I think if
somebody says organic uses chemicals as well as just different types that are certified for organic farming.
Yes, that's 100% true. And
So,
I think people need to realize that.
We really need to educate ourselves because I think
Yes.
that's where people get and that's really what Oregon Women for Agriculture are trying to do, and to show people that farmers, I mean, you're a fourth generation?
Fifth, and
You're the fifth?
And I have a baby, and so he's like the 6th generation.
On this one farm.
Yes.
So that and you take this very seriously.
Yeah, it's our livelihood. I mean, well, what else are we going to do?
So I want to show you guys something else. Do you have the sign? We probably set it down. You guys, so you're going to see, Sarah, will you talk to me at all? So tell us about other things you guys do. This is Sarah. She's in my
Hello.
networking group,
Yes.
the Oregon Networking Exchange. We'll take a couple seconds to just kind of slide a commercial in there for you if you ever want to visit us. We're
Fantastic
on Tuesdays at 3:30 in the
organization.
afternoon. We love each other. We care about you. And we'll buy you a beer at Dickie Joe's in the back room if you come in and you're the first one to tell us who you are. There.
Nice.
You see how I do that? I used to be in
Slick,
television.
yeah.
So what else do you guys do? You do the classroom, ag in the classroom.
We do. We put out crop ID signs. So when you're out driving around and you see those ID signs that tell you what's growing in the field, that's us.
Okay, and what else? There's a third part. We did another video.
Well, what did we talk about in the other video? Ag in the class, crop ID signs. Oh, Summer Ag Institute. So that's also part of something that Jessica does. But they bring teachers from all over Oregon in and teach them about ag in kind of like a condensed week. And Jessica would be the person to talk to about that.
Because they do this at OSU, and we went out and
Through OSU,
Through
yeah.
OSU, they're taking people out to actual farms, and the cool part is that they're staying. Jessica, come over here. They're actually. So you guys, what they do? Hey, Jake. So
Be Jessica.
they actually take teachers. So last year we had a bunch of teachers. I'll squat down for
I'm
you.
really short.
So they took a bunch of teachers, and then they come and they spend the time with they live with the farmers for a while.
Well, just one night. They'll do
So they get an
a stay
idea
with
what's
the host
going on.
family. Yeah. Yeah.
And then they go out and they learn about agriculture. And what do you find? And the reason, obviously, you do that is because teachers are right next to our children and can teach them best what we need them to know.
Exactly. Yes, and there is a disconnect. So our job with SAI is to teach the teachers. So we give them an opportunity to not only go to campus and see what type of research they're doing in different crops, but we also show them, take them out to farm tours so they can see, actually what the farmers are doing, and we give them a diverse line of different commodities they go visit. So we do organic, and we do, some of the mint and grapes and hops and
So I think a lot of times people like to pit organic against conventional.
Right.
And really what it is, if you actually do your research, is this is one, it's an industry, and there's a place for every part of it in there. If you took conventional completely out, there would not be enough to feed people.
absolutely.
And I think people, it's really easy, and you guys, and I'm going to just get on my little high horse here just for a second, but it's really easy for people to get on a high horse and say, I only want to do this. But, there's a whole world out there, and not everybody can do that.
Absolutely. Yes.
The benefits of organic are, in my opinion, healthier food and more responsible management of the land. Roger, I would disagree with you on the better management of the land. That's what we're talking
and
about
even
here.
more healthier foods. I believe that conventional products are healthy too. They have the same type of nutritional value.
It's one of those things to do your research on, because it's really simple to just say that, and that ends up hurting farmers and people that are producing food. So you've got to be careful. OSU, there's tons of research that's been done, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And that's
Lots
what you
of
guys
research.
that's what you guys are doing to make sure that there's room for every kind of crop that we need to grow out there.
Absolutely, and it comes down to, like you said, it's an equity issue. I mean, not everybody can afford organic food, and so when we're talking about students in schools and we're talking about people that need to enjoy a healthy food supply, we enjoy the safest food supply of anywhere in the world here in the United States, and so that's something to be really proud of and to take comfort in when we're having food choices.
So I disagree about the managing of the land. Typically organic yields less than conventional, so that requires more land for the same amount of food grown.
And that's something that I think they can speak to more, because I am not a farmer. I work with farmers, and
So here's a question for you.
yeah.
This is fun. They said, I disagree about the managing the land. Typically, organic yields are less than conventional, so that requires more land for the same amount of food grown.
That's true. Exactly.
So,
Yes.
so you do. That's why you do need. You can't grow as much. that way.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so, like I said, it's really easy to jump on
And
that.
organic is more labor intensive, and that's one issue we're having right now is labor and the cost of labor. Our minimum wage has gone up, and it's a challenge to get the right amount of people to even do harvest for us.
Roger, I like that you say that's just my opinion, ethical and health choice. I think that's the best part, is we all need to make our own choices and not be pointing fingers, because we got, and do your homework, and I think so too. So talk to me about the minimum wage. That's probably a pretty tough thing.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing for us to face last year when they raised the minimum wage. Because then our biggest challenge was not only hiring. We love to hire high school kids to come out and work, but it's really hard when you're paying them $10, whatever. What's minimum wage now?
$9.75.
So close to $10.
Yeah, it's close to $10, and you have a 15-year-old kid that really doesn't know what he's doing, but you're paying him. Then we have to raise all the rest of the employees, because we have employees that have been with us over 30 years. And, we appreciate everything they do. So we, in turn, had to give them a raise in order to make it all fair. Or, it can't be equal, but we try to be fair.
So Roger says, I believe minimum wage laws are unethical. Bottom line is, it is hurting people. And I think the other side of it right now, we're having this big discussion on kids not feeling valued.
Yeah.
How do you give, my first job was working in a berry field.
Yeah.
And they didn't pay us anything. It was 150 years ago, yeah. But you got paid by the hallock, every time you brought a hallock in, you got paid for it. If you didn't bring a hallock in, you didn't get paid.
Absolutely.
But you learn work ethic, and so we're almost taking away the ability for you to be able to put kids out here and learn a real trade.
It's a challenge when you take a young 15-year-old and to train them to do a job. You have to. It's so. Personally, we always loved the way you start them kind of low, and then if they do work hard, you give them more and give them a raise as they go along instead of starting out so high.
And Roger brings up a good point. So that does make it more expensive to produce food.
It does. Absolutely.
You guys can, and it's fine if you're pro minimum wage, rising the minimum wage, but you're raising the price of food for yourself and also people in our community who already can't afford it.
Absolutely.
My personal opinion, but
And you have a lot of opinions.
That's why it's called Live with Rick Dancer.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
That's why it's my show. If they don't like it, they don't have to watch.
That's a good thing.
So what else do you want them to know about your group, Oregon Women for Agriculture? You are having something coming up next month.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
talk about that. And
we're
how do
having
people
our
become members?
Annual dinner and auction, April 21st at Lynn County Fairgrounds. It starts about 4 o'clock with the silent auction, and then dinner starts about 6:15. It's a huge dinner. We have roast beef, pork, lamb.
Where is
and we
this?
also do oysters, and it's at the Lynn County Fairgrounds in Albany.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that is, again, what's the date?
April 21st.
So how do people find out about that? Do you have a website or someplace people can go?
owaonline.org.
Okay. And that's, how do people, if there's, do you let dudes in your group? or is it really Oregon women?
Well, absolutely. It's currently our membership is just women.
So guys, if you want to do your own, start your own group. But if women are out there, yeah, you can do dudes for Oregon agriculture. But right now it's women.
To educate, promote, and unite. That's you have.
So if you have women out there right now who are going, I'd like to do that. I think that's a good idea. How do they get a hold of you? Is that the same thing? Same website?
If you go on the OWA, that shows how to become a member.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Daniel and or somebody else are having a conversation about milk, whether it's healthy or not. We just let them keep talking.
Milk.
We just let them keep
Drink
talking.
more milk.
They're talking about the chemicals in milk or something like that.
Oh, no. You got to buy Lockmead milk. Is awesome. And
It's local.
we drink it by the gallons.
Lockmead is local. Stephanie's really nice. The whole family's good. And the cows are just like
They're
10 miles
sweet.
down the road here.
Family.
Can't wait for the auction. So much fun. April 21st. Thanks, Shelley Davis.
Oh, Shelley Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, she rocks.
We reach
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
God, this is big stuff. I mean, this is not just some Rick Dancer with his phone, you know? I mean, come on, lady.
You're for real.
What's on the auction table?
Oh, gosh. Let's see. We have a trip. We have a 10-day trip to Hawaii.
Actually, that one's gone. It's been given to me for doing this live remote. But anyway, what's the next prize?
Oh, we have this gorgeous quilt that it was one of our originating groups. The originating ladies from OWA created a quilt, and so what they did was replicate it, and it's beautiful. So it has a lot of neat farm products on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And the money raised goes for?
It goes for OWA, and we use it to fund projects like Ag in the Classroom, Summer Ag Institute, Ag Fest. We help with local community projects within our 4-H, FFA.
So guess what? I mean, I know this is your show, but guess what? I talked to the Oregon Extension Service in Eugene last week, and I think they're going to come on as a client. So we're going to be doing like all kinds of ag stuff and teaching people how to can.
Nice.
I know. I'm kind of
Canning
excited.
is a lost art.
I know.
People need to know how to do
Well, they
that.
have classes down there, and then they also do
I
stuff to
know.
feed people who don't have enough food that you can do your own canning to give to these folks.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm just putting a little pressure on. Maybe she's watching. Just sign the contract. Anyway.
You take the moment, right?
You
gotta
gotta
go with the moment.
You know, you got to do what you got to do. And thank you again for that trip to Hawaii. I really do. It's live. It's public.
Yeah, good deal.
No jet ski. Oh, Daniel, gosh, you're a troublemaker. You are just a troublemaker.
You could use if you want to donate a jet ski. That'd be great.
So if you guys want to find out more about Ag in the Classroom, you go to the website, but you can also, if you have teachers in your school and you want to get somebody in the program in there to talk about some of these really cool issues, like, the kids loved it. They were so excited when we did
the
that.
Ag Literacy Project is awesome.
And it will really give your kids a better idea of what's going on. Daniel, you have Daniel, you have something you want to donate? Is that person on your group?
I don't have my glasses
Helly,
on.
H-E-L-L-E.
Oh, yeah, that's Helly.
Helly.
She's our president now.
Oh, Helly, she's been pitching in there answering questions. Wow, look at you.
She's awesome.
You're good at this. And Helly, thanks for the trip to Hawaii. I really want to thank you for that.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're going to
She's a
say
very giving person.
she really is, My wife's going to really appreciate it. You wouldn't take it away, would you?
Oh, and the same for Summer Ag Institute. If there's a teacher out there that's interested in being part of that program, you can see it on the OWA website. We'll make sure there's something on there you can pull up an application.
Now here again, there's a new sign that's going out. So if you live on a road that's really heavily trafficked by farm equipment like I do, they made up these signs and they want to put them out there just so people know that, the farm machinery is out there on the road, and you as the driver, not of the farm machinery, of the car or the vehicle or your bicycle, you need to be careful. So this is just like another thing that they do. In addition to the other stuff. Rick brings me to Hawaii. We need a jet ski. Daniel, God, you know what? No offense, Daniel. I've seen you. My wife's way cuter, and she's Hawaii with me. Oh, that's so offensive. So, well, thank you for having us out to your farm.
Oh, you're welcome.
I love this place. And you guys, I'm going to show you another view of this thing. Look at that. Check this out. Right out by Irish Bend.
Old schoolhouse.
Old schoolhouse.
Kids walk to school there.
Near Monroe. And so again, if you want to find out more, hey, Helly, is that what Helly, would you put your website in there in the comment section? Put how people get the information. Just put that right in the comment section. Then people will see it as they go on, and also put your any other kind of information you want in there. Just stick it in the comment section. That'll do it. All right. Thanks, ladies. Thanks, you Oregon Women for Agriculture, for having us out, giving me an excuse to go out on a farm on a Friday afternoon, and, of course, for that wonderful trip to Hawaii for 10 days.
So honoring.
I am so honored. You guys have a good weekend. We'll be back next week with a bunch of more shows. I should remember, but I can't remember because there's just so many people doing this. All right, thanks a lot. Talk to you later. There, she's got it on there. Thanks, Shelley. Appreciate that.